Welcome back to White Mountains Today, joined by Steve Nikipour in studio from the Omni Mount Washington Resort. Thanks for joining us this morning, Steve.
My pleasure. Thanks, Chris.
You guys have so many things going on at the resort over the summer, but we're going to start with something going on today. It's the Star Spangled Spectacular at Bretton Woods. Tell me about that.
So this is our basically open to anyone 4th of July celebration. So you don't have to be at the hotel, stay in as a guest there, which that fireworks show is for guests on the 4th, but we do one for everybody on the 7th.
That's great.
And we do it at the ski area. So it's just a place that's a little more used to having a flood of thousands of people come in for an event.
Easy access, easy in, easy out. For people who haven't been to the Mount Washington Resort, you've got the iconic Mount Washington Hotel on one side and then the ski area, Bretton Woods, on the other.
Exactly.
So what happens at the festival? What are we going to see today?
So it starts at 5 o'clock and it's free admission. We're asking for $5 donation per car for the Twin Mountain Chamber of Commerce. So it's optional. They'll be out there collecting the money, parking cars and all that.
Great.
So it kicks off at 5 o'clock and there's food, a la carte food, hamburgers, hot dogs, what you would expect at a summer barbecue. Lawn games, a bouncy house, stuff like that. So a bunch of fun stuff, and then a band is going to be playing.
Oh, great!
Rust and Ruin.
Sounds good.
I haven't heard them, but it sounds like fun.
Yeah,
right?
Sounds a little bit like my life as I get a little bit older. But
I think maybe they were trying to relate to their customers. I don't know. So that's going on, and then at 9:15 is the scheduled time. But I think it's probably when it's dark enough.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Start shooting off a bunch of fireworks.
And I know the Omni Mount Washington Resort is legendary for their fireworks. I don't know if they're going to be of the same caliber as what goes on at the hotel, but I'm sure it's going to be pretty spectacular.
What I've been told is that they may not be as big, but you're a lot closer to the action.
Yes.
So it's just as exciting, if not more.
And it's going to be a great night for it. The air should be crystal clear night, and temperature should be very comfortable. You may actually want to bring a sweatshirt or something.
You might.
As opposed to a couple days ago.
And maybe there'll be a little breeze. There won't be any bugs out.
Oh, nice.
And certainly that's been nice yesterday. It was cranking them away.
And you can't get enough fireworks. So if you were fortunate enough to see some, on the 4th of July, this is a good way to end your holiday week.
Exactly.
Over at the Omni Mount Washington
and the
Resort.
whole festival atmosphere, getting fun things for all ages to do, just adds to the fun of it.
Keep the kids busy, and if you are looking for something to do either throughout the week, some different activities, you guys have a lot of family-friendly activities over at Bretton Woods.
We do. We have archery. We have
archery. How does that work?
Well, we have staff that get you set up with the right size bow, and we have targets, and you basically have at it. They give you a couple pointers of how that works, and just go for it. Shoot at the targets. No, no animals or anything like that. It's targets.
That sounds fun.
So that's a whole lot of fun. We have the indoor climbing wall, so that's a good any day activity, rainy or not. But it's especially popular in the summer on the rainy days. We have disc golf, frisbee golf, and then kind of the other cousin to that, especially with the World Cup going on right now, we have foot golf.
Really?
Which is soccer balls you kick into a target.
No
about the size of this table.
And are you kicking into a, so it's not a hole, it's like a target.
It's like it comes up a little bit, so you have to get it, it's like an indoor golf putting.
It's like a cup.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's all over at the Alpine Ski Area at Bretton Woods?
It's at the ski area, exactly.
Oh, very fun.
And then we have river tubing, which is you basically get a tube and you go down the river, you can do as many laps as you want.
Yep.
And then we have the more high adventure things like the guided west wall climb, which is a good rock climb for absolute beginners on up.
Now, rock climbing, I know it can look intimidating. It looks like it's a high risk sport because you're actually on the edge of a cliff.
Right.
And it looks like something that you would need lots of training to even attempt. But you guys can actually take first timers, beginners on a trip like that.
And that's the beauty of this experience, is that it's less intimidating. So people that don't have any experience, a lot of times I think there is a barrier that they think, oh, there's so much to learn, and I take a lesson and go out with a guide and learn all this stuff. And this, we basically make it so you just show up, get the stuff on. We can teach you what you want to learn, but all you have to do is be there, we tie you in, climb, and there's very little technical know-how that you need. So you just enjoy the climbing. It's lower angle than what people picture, like in Cliffhanger, Stallone movies.
You don't need biceps out
You
to
don't
here.
need big arm muscles or anything.
Do you have to know how to tie your own shoes even? Because I'm not good with knots.
You don't actually have to. We do recommend that as a prerequisite. You know, I have tied. I normally put the limit personally at like 5 years old to help people tie their shoes, but.
But what if you're an adult like me and you have?
I'd help you.
Yeah, okay.
I'd help you.
And then you get to go back to your office, you know, the next week, and they say, "Hey, what'd you do on vacation?" You said, "You know, I went rock climbing
I
and
scaled a cliff.
Yeah,
400-foot tall cliff.
here's my picture on the face of the cliff."
Exactly, and the view is tremendous.
Yeah.
You see the whole Pemigewasset Wilderness, Zealand Valley. It's just a phenomenal view.
Oh, that sounds great. So you've got that going on, and then of course you have stuff going on the other side too. The whole Mount Washington Hotel is kind of your centerpiece. So beautiful over there.
And we have the golf course, 2 golf courses over there. The 9-hole Mount Pleasant course, and then the 18-hole Donald Ross famous course.
It's incredible. I got to shoot over there, actually looking at some footage of that course. Got to do some golf over there last week and shot with the Golf Pro. And
it's beautiful, isn't it?
Look for that on Explore the White Mountains coming up on White Mountains TV. But yeah, I'm going back there.
It's nice. It's nice.
It is nice.
And there's bike trails over there too. You can rent a bike, explore the national forest, and around the golf course as well. So it's great for golfers, great for everybody, really.
And this is all open to day visitors. You don't have to be an overnight guest at the Mount Washington Hotel.
Exactly. Many things are there. You can make a reservation to eat. You know, maybe not on the busiest night when the hotel's full, but you can go up there and enjoy the great restaurants. Fabian Station if you want something casual.
You at least need to go up and take a picture on the veranda, have a nice drink or something like that. And because there are so few places left in this world like the Mount Washington Hotel.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Or you can take a ride up the chairlift and have a drink on the porch at latitude 44. And that's a tremendous view as well.
And that's up on the ski mountain.
Up on the ski mountain.
Where you can see the Mount Washington Hotel from, see it way down below.
From 1,000 feet up.
So you can take a picture from way far away, up above, and then inside.
I think you should do both in the same day, for sure.
I'm thinking you need to spend a whole day there at least, and you may just want to book a whole vacation.
There's so much. Guided fishing, fly fishing lessons, and guided fishing. We have downhill mountain biking. There's so much to do.
Really? So it's basically a one-stop shop for adventure.
Exactly.
All right, and all ages. And it starts today. If you want your orientation, go to the Star Spangled Spectacular at Bretton Woods. So once again, fireworks, food, family activities, and all starts at 5?
5 o'clock, yeah.
And
I think band kicks off at 5:30, but lawn games will be set up, food will be going, the beer's flowing at 5 o'clock.
All right, and for those who really they're fresh new to the White Mountains, don't know where Bretton Woods is, how do you get there from North Conway?
Route 302 west. It couldn't be really any simpler. It's about 30 miles from downtown North Conway.
And 30 of the most beautiful miles you'll ever drive as well.
There are, depending on where you start, maybe only one traffic light between here and there.
We're looking at, this is actually the clubhouse at the Omni Mount Washington Resort. There is the beautiful Mount Washington Hotel on a day very similar to today. I bet the views look like that today.
Perfect, yeah. Nice and clear, dry air. You've got to love it.
All right, Steve Nikipour from the Omni Mount Washington Resort, thanks for joining us.
My pleasure.
And we'll be back on more White Mountains Today.